So what's up YouTube family? In this video I wanted to talk about the 3 things that helped me transition into the UX design field. I've worked as a UX designer for the past 4 years now, so I definitely understand when you're starting out how difficult it can be to get a call back, get an interview, and just stay motivated to keep going. I think that there's a huge misconception for designers starting out that you have to have some kind of formal training as a designer or come from a design background in order to get started in UX design. I myself was a social media manager before becoming a designer, and there have been other people who I've met who worked in different industries such as nursing, carpentry, and sales before they transitioned into UX design. I think one of the first things that helped me starting out was that I wasn't afraid to experiment or explore. And by that I mean I learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript, CSS animations, and a popular framework at the time called Ruby on Rails, which helped me build some web applications. And these are not necessarily things that you need to learn or understand as a UX designer, but I think for me it just confirmed the idea that I like to see things through and execute them from the beginning stages of a product to the end. So from the beginning of sketching out an idea to implementation to seeing it built live is something that I really enjoy and something that gives me a lot of fulfillment. In the beginning, I wasn't even really sure if I wanted to be a UX designer. I had created logos and illustrations for friends who built their own crappy websites. In the end, this didn't turn out to be a waste of time at all because I was able to add that to my portfolio and it just kind of increased my breadth of work and knowledge. I think another thing that really helped me was going to meetups and getting my work critiqued. By doing this, I was able to gain a support group of not only people who were like myself, coming from different industries and trying to aspire to become a UX designer, but I actually formed relationships with professional UX designers who could keep me inspired and keep me motivated at a time where I really felt low. Another great part about going to meetups was that not only was I able to get my work critiqued, but I could do usability tests with people in the room. So on these interviews that I was going on, I could kind of tell a story. I had my sketches, I did a high fidelity mock, I got the mock tested with real people, I got real feedback, and I could show them the redesigned version of what I had made. So not only did I think this was a cool idea, I was kind of learning what a UX designer did before I ever became a professional UX designer. So I think that just showed my motivation and my interest in becoming a designer. One of the last and most important things that I did was I put myself out there. Like I said before, I was somebody who didn't know if they wanted to work in UX because it felt like career suicide for me. I was transitioning from a completely different field. I had bills to pay. I didn't have a design education. I was scared, and it just didn't seem real for me to actually do this until I got in touch with a few designers who had already worked in the industry. I learned that a lot of times we had similar life experiences, and a lot of times they kind of made their way into UX from different roles in marketing or sales or whatever. And that helped me see the possibility and potential of where I could go for myself. Another thing that I did was I went to job fairs and I spoke to hiring managers, got my work critiqued by them, and a lot of times that helped me learn about intangibles that they were seeking in designers as well as hard skills. Because a lot of times, from what I've learned, it's not about what you know, but it's about who you are as a person and if you can connect with the people that you're going to work with. And eventually, after going to a few of these job fairs, boosting my confidence and all that, I landed my first couple roles in UX from people that I met at job fairs. And just to be honest, one of the job interviews that I went on, the hiring manager reached out to me a week or two later, and she said I didn't get the job because I was overqualified. And as sad as I was at the time that I didn't get the role, I felt on top of the world because it showed that my hard work was paying off and I was going in the right direction. Because I was transitioning from a completely different field and I was so scared, but it showed that the hard work that I was doing was paying off. So hopefully me sharing some of my experiences helps you in your own journey, because I know when I started out in the beginning, it was really tough for me to see the possibility of where I could go, because I didn't see other black designers. I didn't know people who came from different backgrounds and transitioned into UX. So hopefully this video helped you in any kind of way, and if it did, subscribe, comment below about any kind of topics that you want me to cover, and I'll cover it in another video. All right, peace and love, y'all.